I've noticed there's a symbiotic relationship between the way I play and the rest of my life in general, in that they both influence each other. And when I'm trying to rush my life outside of playing, it shows in my playing, which is generally the case. But as I'm working towards my timing and my playing, it also transfers to my daily life, I've noticed, without going into a whole lot of detail. Like, for example, what I can think of now is the markets that I'm watching. I can't rush into buying things when the time isn't right. And I want to just get that over with and get it on autopilot so I can think about other things. And there's also the rush of the excitement of not knowing exactly what's going to happen. And it's a gamble. It's that intermittent reinforcement that we can all get addicted to. But I know that's a part of my life that I can't rush. But if you try to fight that urge to rush head on, it's counterproductive as well. And that's why I have trouble meditating, is that I try not to think about things. And that's the worst thing you can do when you don't want to think about things. And when you don't want to rush things, trying not to rush it is, in a sense, rushing it, I guess. And it's easier to control my actions on the fretboard than it is the rest of my life. And so if I control this, it transfers to controlling that. And as I said, the reverse is also true. My playing is a reflection of what's going on in my life. But if I focus on this first, it's easier to get the rest of that in line. Anyway, I guess I'm avoiding talking about maybe what I should be talking about if I want to be transparent here. And that's difficult because part of me wants to keep up that filter and not to show you everything. But I know it's best in the long run if I do show you the best of me and the worst of me and how I'm progressing. And anyway, I did set up an appointment with a psychiatrist today, and that's because I'm having some challenges dealing with this definitely have one autoimmune disease and possibly another. And see, even as I'm starting to open up about this, I just feel like I'm complaining, and that's not what I wanted to go here to do. I wanted this to be something that would inspire me to be a better person and inspire you to be better. But at the same time, I'm conflicted because I want to be transparent. And I don't think there's anything bad or it makes me a bad person for going to a psychiatrist, but just puking my feelings out, I don't feel like the time is right for that either. If I'm going to spend a certain amount of time recording, I don't want to use that little bit of time. I mean, maybe I could record more, but I don't feel I'm ready to do that yet either, because I think quality over quantity is important here. And as you can hear, I'm already all over the place. So if I tried to record more videos, it would just be more of me bouncing around. It's hard enough for me to organize my thoughts for the 10 minutes or whatever that I do a day. And anyway, as I was saying, I did set up an appointment with a psychiatrist amongst all of my other doctor's appointments. So we'll see how that goes. I want to talk about I don't know if I want to say anger. And that's hard. I think we have a hard time admitting that we're angry about something because we don't want to be that person. We want to have control of our emotions. And I don't know if I'm angry. I feel like it's more of a frustration. I feel like it's a disappointment in that there are going to be so many things I'm not going to be able to do. And as much as I try to focus on the positive and compare myself to the future me, if I'm going to compare myself rather than the past me, this just wasn't in the plan for me to get this autoimmune disease and to not be able to do a lot of the things that I had planned on doing. And it's, as I've said in another video, it's too much too fast. Everything changed so quickly for me. And so, anyway, I'm about to wrap it up. I'm going to just say a few more things. I want to thank you for listening up to this point and for being patient with me and for hopefully watching me progress. I think my playing is getting better. I think even though it might not always appear or hear that way, my acceptance and my dealing with my fate is improving as well. And I'm just going to say, as we part for the day, try to focus on the activities that can transfer into your life and be valuable for you as a person. For me, it's playing guitar. For you, could be anything. But those activities that give you intrinsic motivation to carry on with them, where you can get in your zone and just forget about the world for a while in a healthy way, not through drugs, not through things that will distract you and give you that big hit of dopamine. There's just enough dopamine in an activity like playing guitar that keeps you motivated. Same way with painting, with things that require you to be active. They don't overstimulate you and they don't cause you to go into this state of mind where you're just passive and you just reject the rest of the world and nothing else is fun or nothing else is exciting or nothing else brings you joy, we could say, for those of us who are introverted. If you find that activity, try to forget about everything else while you're doing it and then think about how it applies to the rest of your life. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.